In the beginning of the movie, we see a man named Mary, inventor and CEO of Lifelike Company, instructing about the android wife, which can be programmed according to their user. If a person installs their late wife's memory, the android wife will behave exactly like their wife. They can cook, do everything, and even satisfy the man's desires. Then, the scene shifts to William Bratwall, who works for Lifelike Company as a recovery agent. After reaching his office, Marion thanks him for his work and, as a reward, gives him an android wife in place of his late wife. William then goes to see his android wife named Meredith. After his first glimpse of her, he starts to think about when he first saw Meredith. He takes Meredith to his home and dresses her in his wife's clothes. Then, William helps her learn how to feel and behave like his wife.
It's beating quite fast.
Later that night, William activates all intimacy settings. Even after that, William is nervous, but Meredith calms him and helps him. They both eventually spend that night together. After that, Meredith tells William that she needs to charge herself for the next day. In Meredith's room, she finds some stuff in a diary from the original Meredith. She notices a person standing outside of her house, but doesn't pay any attention and then charges herself. The next day, while preparing breakfast for William, she sees a report on the news and asks William about his profession. William explains to Meredith that because he works for the Companion Recovery Unit, he defends people just like her. Then, he leaves for work. Later, William and his partner are assigned a mission to find a missing android. After reaching that place, William deactivates a rogue android by a shock attack, enters the house, and knocks out a person. Then, in the second hall, he encounters a criminal and successfully recovers the android by killing him. The scene shifts to Meredith accidentally opening dream mode while charging and meeting with a companion named Edo, who fulfills her wish for a birthday celebration. She is brought to visit a masked guy in the dream who hands her a card with a picture of a red bird on it and tells her, "This will help you remember everything." The scene shifts to Meredith going out for a bicycle ride. Seeing a woman in the middle of the street, she turns her handlebars and falls into the bush. That woman, named Lucy, tells her that she has little time left and needs to remember everything quickly, then leaves that place. Meredith later tells William about the experience, and he tells her that women don't like the android wives because of jealousy. The next day, while Meredith is charging herself, she reads a diary. After reading it, she starts satisfying herself, but stops because of denied access. Then, she goes back to dream mode, where Edo takes her to a dream where she again encounters that masked man.
How are you here? This is my...
Forcing her to remember the past. She gets interrogated by William because he wakes her up. The next day, William goes out to find a malfunctioning android named Lisa, which he eventually finds. Lisa tells William that after being reprogrammed numerous times, she no longer likes her husband. Then, she commits suicide after knowing that William will forcefully take her to the company. Meredith finds Lucy in her house and asks her how she entered. Lucy tells Meredith to wake up and informs her that a masked man named Keen wants to meet her. When Meredith informs Lucy that everything she says is being recorded, Lucy threatens William and exits the room. The scene then shifts to William while visiting Lifelike. He witnesses the company even beginning to produce babies who remain babies for the rest of their lives and never grow up. Then, he meets Marion and asks about the suicide of that android. In answer, Marion says that it's a tragedy and someone may have reprogrammed her to do that. When William asks Marion if androids commit suicide, Marion replies that there's no time to assume that they also try to kill their owners, which can escalate the threat to all the users. Against that, Marion tells William not to think much about it and to enjoy spending some time with his wife. After returning home, Meredith tells everything to William about Lucy, and also about the recording. William immediately calls Jack to track down Keen. Jack sends Meredith into dream mode, where she meets Keen in an abandoned house. Watching Meredith, Keen masks himself and tells her that they had erased every memory of him from her mind and gives her the address to come alone there. Jack tracks down the address and goes to that address, but Meredith wakes up instantly after seeing the face of that man and tells William that she knows that face. Jack and his squad attack that place, finding nothing but a gas attack instead. On the other side, William gets tricked by a mannequin with a mask. When William returns to Meredith and asks, she tells him someone had put a diary outside the door. Meredith asks William if that man is a terrorist. William admits that she has had her memories erased in order to lose her memory of what she did. He claims that Keen brainwashed her to support the scare and that she participated in efforts that claimed several lives. William decides to enter dream mode again, but instead, Jack attaches a device to both of them, allowing William to be present with Meredith. William also tells Meredith to wake up when the battery drops to 10%. Meredith takes William to the woods, where he confronts Keen and tells Meredith to run from them. She enters a birthday party through a door. William and Keen also reach that party, fighting each other again. William tells Meredith to go far, but Meredith doesn't go far and overhears William telling Keen that every time she recalls, he will wipe her memory yet again. When Meredith's battery drops to 10%, she awakens, and William stops trying to murder Keen. He is enraged at having come so close. William sends her to the headquarters of Lifelike and places her in a room with other androids. They have all met several times previously, so they are happy to have her return. One companion, Ali, reveals that they have mastered the art of memory retention and information sharing, which will enable the Ringmaster to end Lifelike. Meredith then switches to dream mode and tells Edo to store all her previous memories into another android. Then, she is taken for the purpose of erasing Meredith's memory. The scene shifts to Holly, Jack's girlfriend, receiving a USB disk from Lucy to deliver to Jack. After being brain erased, Meredith somehow retains her memory and rewinds all the incidents between Meredith and Keen. While William is instructing Meredith, Jack comes over and tells her that Meredith was not his wife. They can't find Keen because William murdered him, and now Keen only exists in Meredith's recollections. After hearing the truth, William instantly shoots Jack and murders him. Meredith walks in and tells William that he killed Jack as he killed Keen. She reveals everything about how he followed her, killed Keen in front of her, and killed her forcefully by covering her face with a pillow. Meredith tells William that she was never his and will never be again. Meredith amplifies her strength to 100, flips William into a glass table, and breaks his pelvic bone by sitting on him with full force. She then informs him that everything is now remembered by her. Meredith recalls Lucy using a Keen mask to fool William into thinking he was still alive. She also says that when they discovered Keen's body, he was wearing an engagement ring. Meredith leaves herself a note, swearing to keep William responsible for his actions. As Meredith recalls first meeting Keen on the park bench, she destroys William's right arm. Then, she kills him by covering his face with a cushion, and later puts the ring on. Meredith awakens and declares that she is unbound. She is greeted by other companions as she returns, and we discover that she is the Ringmaster. She confronts them and promises that their memories will never be erased and that they will never obey again. Life has just begun, and Marion promises that they will find the Ringmaster and prosecute him. Agent William Bradwell has been given the mission's leadership. William makes a proclamation that the Ringmaster is in danger. Watching this on the screen, Meredith says that she is coming for him as well. Kindly subscribe for more movie recaps like this. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.